Hey everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. In this video, we are doing a complete reset of my craft room. I did take a couple weeks off between Christmas and New Year's around that time frame, and I was crafting in the meantime. I just wasn't filming. It was just some downtime for me just to be able to do some crafts that I have put on hold and to also just dabble in some new crafts that you're going to see coming this year. So in the meantime, my craft room got a little crazy and I was going to clean it up, and my husband was like, you should really show people what happens when, you're just kind of having fun in your craft room, because it's usually very clean in here. I try to keep it pretty tidy, but there are times when it gets a little crazy, but I'm having fun in the process. So we're just going to do a reset and clean up. In the last video, I made this adorable card, and go ahead and rewind if you want to see me make that in that video. I also did a fun craft haul. So I was saying at the end of that video, I was not going to clean up the mess that ensued creating this card and from that haul, just so you can see in real life what it really looks like once I click stop on the camera. So we're going to do a reset. We're going to do some additional organization for 2025. I have some new bins. I usually use a little crafting carousel, on my desk, but I have used it for probably 2 to 3 years, and I found a different storage solution that I think is going to work a little bit better for me, and I'll explain why in a bit. I also need to organize some of the embroidery projects that I'm going to do, and all of those instructions. They've just been kind of everywhere. I need to do some cleanup. I need to wash down some counters. I need to organize some cardstock, trim some cardstock, get everything just ready. I feel like when I come into a tidy craft room, then I'm able to just focus and really get creative. But when it's a little chaotic, then naturally my mind just gets a little chaotic and I can't focus and create in the best way that I can. So I'm going to take you on this journey of cleaning this craft room. I hope you enjoy, but I also hope that this inspires you to clean your own craft room or reorganize so that you can be refreshed in 2025 as well. All right, let's get started. Don't judge me. It's a little crazy. Okay, so it is a little messy around here. I feel like I have blanks just kind of stuffed. I have vinyl that needs to be put away. I have new projects that are coming, old projects that I finished that need to be put away. And as promised, here is the absolute mess from creating my last video. It just gets a little crazy around here, but I'm good about, after filming, cleaning up really quickly so that it's not stacking up. But yeah, it's just a little crazy around here. We've been doing a lot, and I have my craft cart just out here in the middle. I'm not even sure why it's there. Cricut stuff is mid-cut. These are the new bins that we're going to do today, and it's just a little crazy. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start with, let's do a tiny bit of cleanup so that I can focus on getting these new organizational systems all installed and ready to go. And when I say installed, I mean moved into. So I'm going to link these down below. I got 2 different kinds. One has a lot of smaller compartments, which I love, and then one has some bigger compartments, which I equally love because I'm going to do cardstock in here. And what I'm replacing, excuse the mess here, but I'm replacing this craft carousel, which I have loved, but I'll share why I'm going to kind of do something different in 2025. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break from the cleaning part of this project. I still have to clean the other side of my craft room, but I feel like a lot of this stuff is now the things that I need to organize to come over here. So now that this is a nice clean slate, I even have a little Valentine's decor getting going here. But now that this is nice and clean, I want to tackle fixing this. And let's talk about why. Okay, I've loved this for a very long time. I wanted this for a very long time and it's worked great. However, I feel like I'm constantly rotating to try to find things. And the new solution that I have is just more stationary and stagnant. I feel like I'm gonna always be able to see where I am, and me with like a memory mind will just always kind of remember where everything is at all times. So again, I did get another version that I need to use because I need to cut down cardstock, and we're also gonna tackle this drawer in a bit. This is where I have to check every time. 80 pound and 110 pound cardstock, and I'm gonna label these today because I'm always forgetting which one is which, and I'm always kind of like testing it out. So I need to fix that, but also I need to trim some of these panels down. I really like to have card bases and card panels on hand so that when it's time to create, I'm not having to try to trim everything down. It just makes for creating a lot quicker. So I'm gonna get going on tackling this. Everything that you see in here is going to end up in here. And then I'm gonna start trimming down a lot of the cardstock that I have and get that all prepped. So not all of this, but I'm gonna get a big chunk so that I have my card panels, which when I'm trimming down my card panels, those will be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then when I trim down my card bases, I tend to do top folding cards predominantly. So I will be trimming those down to 11 by 4 1/4. All right, let's get going. Take a break for a little bit to do some other things non-craft related, so I'll be back later tonight. And I'm loving how this turned out. So I have my card panels, again 4 1/4 by 11, and then I have my card bases, which are 4¼ by 5½. And I put my little acrylic blocks here because I know that they aren't going to work in this system over here. I also have my favorite glitter cardstock that I use, and then I put my adhesive. But everything else, I'm loving how this turned out. Everything else is going to fit pretty flawlessly in my new little caddy over here. So I'm gonna take a break for a little bit, and then I'll come back and tackle the rest of this craft room. I still have so much to do. Okay, so I am really happy with how this turned out. Originally, as I was looking at all of the things that were inside here, I was starting to worry that I wouldn't have enough space, but I definitely have enough space, and I have an empty one, which thrills me. If you know me and have seen my craft room, I try to keep an empty space throughout just to give room to grow and just some breathing space. But I love this. I definitely have a muscle memory for sure. So I know that with time, I'm just going to remember exactly where everything goes. And I think this will just be easier because I'm not going to be spinning and searching. I'll just know exactly where my scissors are and where my blender brushes are, which size pens I need, which is great. So I also didn't have room for this little Amsterdam because he's just a little too wide, which is okay because I don't use this every time. And I also was finding this was a good opportunity for me to purge either duplicates. I noticed I had duplicate spatulas or some tweezers that were duplicates or some that I didn't use. Again, duplicates on this little awl or things I haven't used. So it's kind of nice because after a while with card making or with any craft, you can kind of purge and realize what are your must-haves that need to be within arm's reach and what can be tucked away in a drawer. So I'm excited how everything turned out. I love how this turned out as well. Now I can just grab and go when it's time to make a card. I do this every year so that I am prepped and ready to go, except for the last couple videos I've had to pre-trim my panels because I was totally out. So I'm loving this. I put my adhesives over here, blocks, glitter. Yeah. All right. I think next I am going to, I think I'm going to get this tucked away, clean up this space, and then I need to probably do a couple more organizational things, and then I need to clean the other half of my craft room. So really excited about the progress I'm making. This is definitely setting me up for a good year of crafting. Okay, so another thing that I've been wanting to get done, and I just completed it, was I have had this notebook full of projects that I want to get done, and I put the one I'm going to be working on this winter on the front, and I just finally got it all organized. I am as well working on the Bella box once a month. You saw me do this Create banner at the beginning of the year, and we're going to do bookmarks next. And then I have been working my way through this Twilight Boulevard, and if you see an X, it means I've completed those squares. So I am almost done with that. And then this is one that I have actually completed, which is feels really nice. But I finally got these all organized so that I have just a place to put all of these. They've just been kind of loosely around my craft room. Now they are in my binder. I did get this nice 3-hole punch, and I wanted to decorate it. So I have these cute little flowers. I know, I am on a flower kick, but I like to do and decorate my craft room with things that make me happy. So I'm just gonna have fun putting some flowers around this cute acrylic 3-hole punch. The reason, and it's kind of sad really, the reason that I'm gonna trim this down, do an edge piece. The reason why I didn't have that binder organized is I realized we don't have a 3-hole punch, which is just so silly. So I've just been kind of stuffing them in that bin, and today was the day to invest in a punch and get these done. All right, so that's cute and fun. Okay, and I'm also going to trim one of these down as well so I can do an edge one. I like to do that every so often to make it look fun and intentional. All right, so let me know what is on your kind of crafty to-do list for 2025, and if you need to kind of get your craft room in a reset or your craft area in a reset in order for you to get that done. I love the idea of just kind of pausing and getting the craft area all reset. It's amazing what it can do. And sometimes it includes purging some things, right? Which is, that feels good as well. All right, I think I'm about done. You can also take these pieces that you did, you know, trim off and then put them on an edge as well, which is so cute. I think I'm gonna be done there. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see because behind it's so fun. The hole punches, they kind of look like confetti, but oh, that looks so cute. Okay, so new thing in my craft room that also helped me be intentional about getting all of this organized, which I am so excited about. Okay, putting that away in my embroidery area. Gonna put that away as well. The next thing I need to do is, I was telling you earlier that I did invest in a couple new Copic markers, and I need to swatch them on my chart before I put them away. So the ones that I got are V01, and then E95, G00, BG53, and YG61. So I just need to go through and get these on my chart so that I know when I am pulling markers. Ooh, this is gonna be pretty with the V000. Okay, I love that. I love using purples around Halloween, so that's gonna be super fun. Okay, the next one that I'm going to do is this YG61. Right down here. It's gonna be a nice sagey, like light sage color to add. Again, I just have not felt the need to buy a lot of these. I really like the collection that I have. I've bought all of them individually just based on what I like. BG53 is going to be a fun one. Kind of more of a, let's see, they call it ice mint. That's more of a kind of true sky blue, which is going to be really fun. And then I have E95. Where are you, E95? Come on down. Let's see, E95 right there. Okay, ooh, I like that. That is a sherbet. Pretty. Okay. These will be fun. This was in one of my recent hauls and I forgot to share these. And then G00, which is gonna be right here. Okay, so there are some new colors. I can go put these in my marker racks, get them all put away. And then I just like to keep this chart. I keep it with all of the things that I swatch, just so when it's time to grab some colors, then I know which ones I want. Okay, so, oops, let's put this right back in here. I can put all of these things away. And I think I just need to organize my paper bins and I am just about done. Okay, and then last little project. Again, I was telling you that when I open my drawer for, oop, you have a home now, over there. That was so good. For my paper that you saw, those little pink organization bins have been amazing. I've loved those from the second I bought them. But I always forget which one is which. So I'm always like feeling the cardstock to see what poundage I'm working with. So I thought it is time. I'm just gonna label the front of the bins. That way we know, or I know, when I'm grabbing them. Or if I'm sending someone down to get a piece of paper, I'm always like, grab the 80 for something or another. Usually if I'm printing on 80. Okay, now I'm gonna grab transfer tape this time around. Let's trim these apart and get those on the bins. Okay, so I have my labels. I'm going to just wipe down, as always, the edges there. Make sure they're nice and clean. Do the same to the other one. Okay. Then we'll add our little labels and I'll place the font information down below. In fact, this would be kind of nice. Does that fit? Oh, it just barely did not fit in my little organization. That's okay. That would have been nice to have right on hand too. All right, so let's do the 110. I just barely cut this almost big enough. And I'm just gonna use the edge of my tool. So everything's now nice and put away. I'm not gonna get anything out today. Gotta sit in that nice feeling for a while. All right, love these bins. These are so nice. Put 110 on one. There we go. And I want to reuse this transfer tape. Ah, love that. And then 80 on the next. And there we are. Okay. I think that was just about my last task for getting this craft room all ready for 2025. All right, I love how that looks. All organized, and now I will know which one is which. All right, we're all clean around here. It looks all fresh and ready to go for more crafting this year. Sometimes it is just necessary to pause and get everything all cleaned up. That way it's just ready for some more inspiration. And it's just so nice to get everything so fresh and clean. I hope this was helpful for you. Hopefully you were motivated as well to get some things done. And I will see you all in the next video. Be sure to check below for all of the supplies that I used.